I felt bad because you were discussing stuff and that's when it died.
I'm saying all the things that I was saying before. I'm proud still of this laptop for it being really top of the line, any kind of thing, and how many video sources and kinds of things I'm doing with it that it's still kind of okay. So I ain't even mad. And also, I have something to show all of you.
All right, it's showing back up now.
All right. You've probably all seen this before. It's Tabasco. Everybody knows Tabasco. Today I got this. Extra hot Tabasco, made with scorpion pepper. Woo! And you got to be careful with this because it it only sort of halfway tastes like Tabasco. It's much more like a smooth, very spicy pepper sauce rather than like just spicy vinegar the way that Tabasco is. But I'm going to put a few drops on this here taco because, of course, I am. I said a few and then I did way too many. I'm already sweating, so we're not going to be able to tell. And now I'm going to jam the entire thing in my face and enjoy every second of it. Come back. Hmm. All right, the cream's trying to scorch on the bottom of the pan a little bit, so. All right. And sorry, it's me. The heat is already off. I'm going to mix this in now. And you can see along the outside when I scrape, it's got that velvety texture where it's not just running down the pan or anything. So once this cools even just a little bit, it's going to stick to whatever you put it on. Spicy! Mm. Just the little something extra that this does is just magic. And you can just taste those hints of garlic and wine in there. Oh, heaven. Oh, sorry, that was gross. Oh, spicy food got me all congested. Or rather, it's clearing out everything. Stroganoff basically looks the same still, so that's okay. I have an extra taco shell. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Yeah, I don't know what else to, how are you? Another ingredient, what? The copious amounts of phlegm that come out of my face? I try very hard not to get that in food. The habanero burrito clearing out your sinus story? I think so. That sounds very, very familiar, Stick. I'm trying to see what exactly the camera can see. I'm gonna go have my just a touch, just a touch of just a touch, just touch. Don't tell Twitch. Shh. Let's It's looking like an idiot for a while. That's okay. Anyway, shh. Ah! Thing. Thing. This is definitely just the soda water that I forgot I hadn't opened yet. I got a bottle of Pepsi from the store. Well, I guess I'm getting a refund. Yeah. All right. So we can keep you aside so we can get you into a bowl. I think you all can come with me. Mm-hmm. Sure, it's still good for everybody though, so put that aside. See? That one there is my crock pot. The crock pot brand Dutch oven stovetop, the enamel clad cast iron. I'll definitely cook something in that because it's fun and delicious. Well, any suggestions for anything else you guys want to see if I ever feel like doing this again? Let me know. You got my number. I do have the one thing I have on deck at the moment is I'm going to do some Thai green curry coconut chicken soup. I think I have all of the ingredients for currently, but I should check before I actually commit to that. I want to see a 43, 80%. My first goal with Super Metroid is to get sub hour on any percent. And then we'll see about getting sub 55, but that might be the extent of my ambition. More cooking. This was very much a spur of the moment kind of decision, but I'm glad that the setup worked even as well as it did. I have no idea if you can hear me well or what, because I don't know how well this microphone picks anything up. Seems all right? Seems okay? Okay. There's a whole bunch of noise with the cooking and everything, so we learned a lot. We've learned a lot today very quickly. Uh, you guys should definitely tell me some of your favorite stuff too, so I can do a little maybe interpretation of it, or try it, or see if I've had it before, because maybe I haven't. I haven't eaten all the food on the planet, just most of it. I keep it all right here. Oh my god. I got an extra piece of cornbread from the burger place yesterday, and for breakfast I just put a bunch of butter and crystallized honey and dashes of cayenne on it and put it in the air fryer until it melted down. Boy, that was a good breakfast. Voice coming through but blocking the cooking noise. I'm glad to hear that. The microphone on this laptop seems to be way better than the one I had previously. So I'm glad that's the case. But yeah, I'm glad everybody showed up. I'm glad it was an entertaining time. I certainly had a great time, so I think I'd definitely be up for doing this again. And especially if I've got like the three recipe thing going on, just doing a gauntlet like that, that seems kind of fun. It was kind of like speedrunning food. But now I have all this food sitting in a house that only has me in it, and it's just going to sit around for quite a while. Yeah, I'm glad you did too, Stack. Always good to have you. Good to hear it was fun, Bogo. Fantastic. Got one more taco to go. Then I have to decide actually what to do with the rest of my evening because it's Friday. I've got Diablo 4. Oh, also, there might be a thing. I work for a subsidiary of Activision, so I got a bunch of free copies of Diablo 4. And one of them is just kind of sitting around not doing anything right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in the hands of somebody who really was enthusiastic about playing it, but genuinely like didn't have the means to get it happening. I don't know if you might know somebody in that position who's a Diablo aficionado who could use it. I'm just trying to figure out somebody to give it to because I've already got mine. Yeah, I'm hoping to hop on that at some point. We're in the early access right now, but I don't know how quickly. But maybe this weekend at some point I'll find out. Oh no, no, none of that. If you bring a Niv into my channel, I'll be upset. Install three floppy drive cable, which is, I was like, you can't turn your computer off because you're watching my handsome face, or because you didn't like have security concerns. Because I know that happens sometimes with computers. They're like, we can't really turn this off, and the plug is really in a place it shouldn't be. Most people know I played Diablo or casual. I probably fell in that category. I guess it's story time now. My uncle bought us back when Blizzard really was busting into the scene. My uncle bought us Diablo, StarCraft, and Warcraft 2 all at the same time because me and my two brothers sold the three games, so we were big into it. And the first one definitely captures the imagination. The second one was epic adventure, and um, people were really getting into it. The third one obviously had its problems, but the systems were quite good. Mechanically, I think it was a very well executed game. It was just sort of a closed system, right? Kind of doing the same things over and over again. They tried to spice it up, but Diablo 4 feels much more like a sequel to Diablo 2. But yeah, so because I've kept up with that series over the years, though this time it's sort of by accident, since literally free for me, and not a brag, just a nice perquisite benefit of working the place that I do. Um, and they're very generous with their time and energy. Not necessarily Activision Blizzard. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go down the opinion road on that. The studio I work for is cool. Big corporation, it's complicated. Yeah. Can I make this a regular thing? That's a good question too. It's Friday, and Friday tends to be the night for going out. And a lot of weekends, I'm just not going to be in my house for like the entire weekend. Um, So I don't know. I mean, midweek cooking obviously makes sense because, especially like a Monday or Tuesday night, cooking stream, cook up three different meals, and then I have lunch for the rest of the week kind of thing. On paper, that sounds perfect, but sometimes I just want someone to bring me a pizza. And then they do. All right. Yes, I can just here hold this. Do that because we're gonna need a bigger boat. Too big. I'm gonna figure that out later. I have decided. Won't you join me, please? Will I go on to um, the rest of the internet and like show off the things that I did because external validation is very important. The passcode to my phone is not 0000. Yeah, I feel like we're winding down. It's been an hour and a half. It's definitely much more labor intensive and a lot more actual sweat going on. I don't know if you can check this out, if you can see a little damp around the entire face. Lady can be my prep assistant. She does all the hard work and you just cook everything on camera. Yeah, I get to be the celebrity. That sounds about right. Uh,
Hey, fair. I'd be cool with that.
Having an assistant for cooking, if you mesh well together, ends up being a huge benefit for the process. I've forgotten how to Instagram. There we go. I want to take another picture of this because the picture when everything was a little bit lighter in the pan, everything kind of looks like not so appetizing. Let me see if I can get a better one going on here. That's a little better. Close to stroganoff. The heat's already off, and I've already mixed in the sour cream. It's already come back down to basically room temperature. So if I was gonna chuck it onto some noodles, that would have been fine 2 minutes ago, perhaps. But the stroganoff wasn't even for this evening. I could taste it again. I mean, if you insist. And you know, I do this for you and for out of love and for science and all of those nice things. Yum. Mhm. The steak still got uh, very much of a presence, but it's just a little bit softer, so you kind of know what's going on. I could have cut down the strips into smaller pieces, might have been okay. And a thing I really like to do with stroganoff is like slow cooking, say short rib, because having like the shredded chunks of beef meat is kind of really good. But the sauce, like for being like a cheat method, essentially, very nice. It is. I want to make a whole YouTube cooking series of like what sort of shortcuts can you take that don't really destroy the dish you're trying to make, kind of thing. And this is one of them, like cheating beef stroganoff, because it can just be like a can of cream and mushroom. That's the word. The can of French onion and a bit of sour cream at the end, and that can be it. Just for the sauce part. And you can add whatever protein. So you could just do this with ground beef if you wanted, and then it's just like a nice sauce to put over the noodles or rice if you prefer that kind of thing. And this is sort of a half step up from that of like we can have a couple of opportunities to boop it up just a little bit with the confit garlic with the extra rosemary flavor, a bit of real wine to give it that tanginess, which really helps. You would never fool somebody who's a real stroganoff aficionado with this kind of thing. That's not the point. It's to make things that taste really good and you would recognize as stroganoff for pretty cheap. And the pack of meat that I bought to make all these, I think it was like $8 or $11 or somewhere in there, somewhere around $10 for the pack of meat that I made 3 entire meals. So you think about the vegetables that went into it. That's you know a matter of cents, like cents, a matter of less than dollars in terms of what we used here. Yeah, so great stuff. But now I've got all kinds of chicken I got to do. I bought some more chicken today. I got some chicken thighs. I have zero plan for them. If you have an idea of what I should do with some chicken thighs, or if you would just like to see what my favorite things are to do with thighs, or if you'd like me to see, or if you'd like me to see, if you would like to see me do something I've never done before, I can do that too. Anywho, yeah, this has been a nice little visit, a real pleasure with everyone, and everything shook out pretty great. But now I think I'm going to need to take some time to sit down and actually have the rest of some food and enjoy. And I will see you out there in the wide world of Twitch as well. So if you ever catch me in a channel, if you ever catch me in anyone's channel and you say, hey, here's a cooking idea, do that. Do that for me. That'd be great. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Stack. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by, Bogo. Thanks to Lady, of course, for co-piloting, basically, and actually helping out with letting me know when the volume levels and the stream problems and everything were going on. So that was extremely helpful. Thank you. And everyone else who came by and visited, and if anybody else is around. Um, I don't have Twitch open, so I can't see if anybody's there, but I know I have some viewers and I would love to raid somebody. Is anyone on right now, Stack or Lady, that could do the thing? Is the Junie guy doing the thing?
Junie's busy with his parents this weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We knew that.
King Dan is doing more Legend of Zelda.
Let me fire
And
up Twitch on my phone. I'll see if I know anybody, because if Retro is on, but you know Retro.
Retro's
Pixel
not
might be a
on
good.
right now. Pixel's doing Resident Evil.
King Dan, yeah. I think that's the call. We're all gonna go. I got to watch the rest of this video at some point because it's amazing. But yeah. So let me type in the thing. So P1 X L P. Sorry, what is he playing? Oh, Resident Evil 4? All right. Yep. Okay, we got the right place that we're going to. Oh, several viewers too. Oh, 07? Yeah, I think that's a record for me actually. Here's thank you very much for everybody who's along for the ride. If you want to say hi to Pixel, Pixel's good people to appreciate, especially if you're into the video game scene, because I think that's primarily his jam. That's primarily my jam too, and a very strange venture, but here we are. We'll do an art stream next. How about that? Why not? But yes, thank you to everybody. We're gonna pop over, and I'll see you next time.